And I'm just going to step them like that, keep turning, and I'm going to emphasize this. All right, guys? So turn, and when I completely turn around, come around so you can see better. Turn. Okay, see I'm leading with this foot, spin about, and low underneath them. And that scoops under them, and you take them right over your body. We're going to do Tai Otoshi. And we're going to do the basic Tai Otoshi, because some of you guys, I think it'll be helpful for you on this, and the black belts, bear with us, and we'll be working on some of the skills you already know. So this is a basic application of Tai Otoshi. Now let's talk about Tai Otoshi very quickly. It means body drop, okay? And it's a tewaza, which means it's a hand technique in Kodokan Judo, because the emphasis really is on the hands. There's really two defining features about Tai Otoshi. The first one is it is a hand technique, and it looks more like you're splitting your legs apart, but once you start doing this, you'll see how important the hands come into play to actually throw and guide the guy, your opponent, over. So it's a hand technique, and you'll see why when you practice. A lot of you guys know that already. But that's one defining feature. You use the real use of the hands, okay? That's the main thing. A secondary feature, but one that's more often associated with it, is the leg split, okay? Because the hand feature is like pulling up, popping here, okay, you got this, here's your hand work. But what most people associate Tai Otoshi, and they kind of neglect the hand action, is the leg action, because you split in front of them, okay? So you have we like to do a 50-50 split with the legs. Some people will go 70-30. They'll lean more on the left leg here. In this particular case, I'm throwing it to my right. But we like to do 50-50 split. Some of you will have a wider split. I like a fairly wide split. Some of you like a narrow split. Some kind of have it in between. So how wide you split your legs is a personal choice. It takes from practice, and the more you practice, the more you'll find your preference here, okay? I like a longer split. And so this is the second defining feature. The first one is the hand action. The second one is the leg action, okay? And so look, my feet are like this, and some people block. I like to have my toes pointed in. Most people do. Knee down and heel up, and so I can spring up and down on it. I get more power into the throw, more oomph into it. So a good basic way to start Tai Otoshi, we'll do it from different angles here, is, let's kind of assign this right here. Now, when I have Jake step to me, I just take a kumikata, and we're going to do, if you want to get technical, this is called a hikidashi. It's a pulling, drawing action, okay? So I'm pulling with my hands, and I'll be setting them up with my hands to finish it in a second, but this is the first thing. So I'm going to get him to step. So again, right kumikata, right natural grip, and we're standing here facing each other, and I'm just going to step, and I'm just going to work on stepping, just step. And each time I'm stepping, I'm pulling my hikite, my pulling hand up, and like I'm looking at the back of my hand, and I want a nice straight line back here. I don't want to pull it down. Now, there are different ways you can do it to pull it down. Some of us have a Tai Otoshi where we do that, but right now the very basic elements of it are like this. That's the hikite, like this. And look at it. So just kind of keep, and turn your head and keep looking. That turns your body. Now your right hand, when you're doing this, is when I step, this is the surite, the lifting hand. A lot of people call it the power hand or the steering hand or directional hand. Okay, when I pull them, set like this. When I want to do my fist straight up in the air, my elbow right along the line of this pectoral. Okay, and I think this will be helpful for you. So you get that right there. Okay, so when I watch my surite, like this, see that? And see how I'm turning, okay? Like that. Now notice my step. See how I turn my whole body? Okay, now I'm preparing to turn the throw. So when I step them in like this, I'll just get, okay, 1, 2, okay. Now this time when I step, watch my step all the way, turn all the way around. Now see my foot's here? I'm going to swing about here and drop low. See, I'm dropping under his knee. So I'm kind of scooping under him. And that's the Otoshi part, the dropping part. So I'm going to throw him, but I'm just going to step in. Okay, step 1, okay, I'll do 2. Okay, now here we go. All right, step, turn like that. I'm ready to go. And Derek's a good Tai Otoshi guy. Can you come on and throw him? You get him right or lefty? Ready? Try steps him, step. There you go. See that? So you see, this hand, he's controlling, Derek's controlling Jake the whole time with his hands. He's drawing his hands all the way through here. And that's what's throwing him. Everybody concentrates on the lower half of the body. It's really the upper half of the body that's setting him up and controlling him so much that's really breaking his posture and balance. Now, what Derek's going to do when he spins around and he gets a very low stance under him with his legs wide, he will just go ahead and throw him. There you go. It makes it powerful because what happens is you're drawing him up into you and he's like this way. Watch, kind of just don't even, just kind of draw him up. So watch when he draws him up, see how he kind of brings him way up there. See like it? Now he's got this big scooping action here. Now when he comes under him, when he spins under, see how he's way low under him? He's ready to throw him, okay? Go ahead. Okay, a little more Tai Otoshi there, but it's cool. One more time, and then we'll be done. Jake says, oh my God. There's a Tai Otoshi. It looks almost effortless, but it's a very powerful throw. Guys have been not cold from Tai Otoshi. I mean, it's that powerful of a throw.
And if you focus on keeping your power hand like a hinge, so that the first time where I said it was more like say was because I wasn't hinging my forearm. If I can keep this here, and as I'm moving this way, I keep that right there.
I see that, beautiful.
And your arm is still in the same spot, and that allows you to use your hands if you've lifted them up in just a downward sweeping motion.
And one thing also about a good Tai Otoshi, you always want to have your hands in front of you. If my hands are back here, like I say, that's okay, but this way they're always in front of you and you're always guiding them over. Okay, and you're just directing over. So those are some main elements of Tai Otoshi, the body drop. And again, it's a teiwaza, and you can see how the use of the hands. And we're showing a basic setup, so let's practice that tonight. So basically, you're just going to have nice kumikata, and I'm going to throw you a little. Just, again, come back here. We're facing each other about, hand length away. And I'm just going to step them like that. Keep turning, and I'm going to emphasize this. All right, guys? So turn. And when I completely turn around, come around so you can see better. Turn. Okay, see him lead with his foot, spin about, and low underneath him. And that scoops under him, and you take him right over your body. So that's a Tai Otoshi. Any questions? Okay. Try steps him, step. There you go. See that?